Kamara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With that, we're off to Seattle for the 32nd and final home opener of the 2018 season. Standing by are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Drew Brees getting ready to lead out the Saints. Last year, of course, another big one for number 9. Set the all-time passing yards mark, moving past Peyton Manning, finished second in the MVP balloting, and led the Saints to within a whisker of their first Super Bowl berth since 2010. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. Third down here. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start. Yeah,
I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 1st down, Brees. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready? 95, 56, 54. Oh, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Throwing on 1st down is Brees. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brees now. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Brees going to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Cassius Marsh just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brees to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Now a 1st down carry, it's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started, you have to get...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 121 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. They run it with Carson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Check flag 47. Watch twist.
On first down, it's Carson, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Nab that one on Dwayne Brown, first-round pick back in 08. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there. They're going to get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brees now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. There's Brees. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
Let's go, baby. A gain of 3 yards. And that's good. Man up, 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Here's McKissick. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.
Get ready, get ready.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brees out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
It's caught. Lockett. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the ground, this is Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was taken down by K.J. White. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brees. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd and short. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Ed Dixon.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working from the gun, it's Brees. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From just shy of midfield, Brees. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Saints first down.
On the counter, here's Kamara. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Now Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Now Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Makes the score Saints 7.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A 10th carry for Kamara. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now it's Wilson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. Now Wilson, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That penalty against DJ Fluker, the behemoth out of Alabama. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wilson will throw again. This complete to Lockett. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Completes it to Dixon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded at the 6. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Yeah, the first half, just like the end of the game, can't end with a defensive penalty. They'll have another play.
One more play, untimed. See what happens here.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Brees going to throw. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright. An 8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Toss play, Kamara.
Don't get nervous.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. From midfield, here's Brees. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Brees. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. His throw incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt like he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now Brees on 3rd down. That's complete to Meredith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Try to pound it in. Kamara showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. That's Ryan Ramczyk, the former first-round pick. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Brees now. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw, it's Brees. And he's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Saints 27, Seahawks.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 85 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Brees now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. One man in the backfield, Murray on 2nd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Underneath pass here to Van Ness.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Van Ness, and now it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Van Ness.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Complete to Michael Thomas. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Brees gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Ziggy Ansah brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Brees completes this one to Meredith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And out of bounds right around the 20. Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
First down, New Orleans.
Brees now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediate.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that one will be accepted. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. From the shotgun, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's all. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He was taken down by K.J. White.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. And Cook has it, left side.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Brees going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. That's caught by Meredith, right side. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
A 23-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. They'll look to throw.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
He's back to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.